Hi guys, welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys what sourdough is. This video will just be kind of a introduction per se to what sourdough is, why I like it, why I use it, and what the many benefits of sourdough are. Some of you may be very aware of what sourdough is and use it yourself, and that's awesome. For those of you who don't know what it is, this video is definitely for you. If you do know what sourdough is and you're just not sure about it, maybe this video is for you too. But anyway, I just want to talk about those few things about sourdough. This isn't going to be a very in-depth video about how to make sourdough or how to feed it or any of that. It's just going to be an introduction to what it is. So I'm excited to get right into it, and let's go ahead and let's get started. Wanted to just mention that this video will be the starting of a new YouTube series on my channel. I am super excited about it. Sourdough, there's just a lot to talk about, a lot of recipes to share, and so I decided instead of doing one big or two videos on sourdough, I was going to go ahead and make it into a long series, or we'll see how long it goes, but a series and a playlist on my channel. So stay tuned for more sourdough content that will be coming your way in the coming weeks and the coming months, who knows. And so I'm really excited to start this off. So let's jump in. Alright, so to start this off, I'll just tell you what sourdough is. Sourdough is a yeast. It's a slow rising yeast. It's not like the kind of yeast you get at the store. This yeast takes time and effort and feeding. It is easy. I'm not, I'm trying to warn you away from this. It's not hard, but you do have to take time out of your day to feed it and to take care of it. A long time ago, when they didn't have yeast at the store, women, men, whoever, bakers would make their own yeast. And making your own yeast consists essentially of flour and water. Some people, some people use sugar in their sourdough. I don't. My mom did occasionally. She'd put some sugar in there to kind of, if it had didn't die, but it needed some more life to it, she'd add a little sugar just to kind of help liven the cultures and stuff. And you can do that, especially if it's dying and you kind of need to get it, back up and back into shape. But anyway, some people do on a regular basis add a little sugar to their sourdough starters. I, for one, do not. I feel no need to do it unless you leave it for 6 months. I think you can probably revive it with just water and sugar, water and flour. And so that's what I do. It's very simple, very easy, and so yeah, that's what sourdough is, guys. It's literally just a yeast. It's not a quick, so you can't really make quick breads with it because it's not a fast rising yeast. It takes time and a couple hours for it to rise, and so you can't just make bread within an hour. It takes a good day for bread to make with sourdough, so it's lots of planning, but it's super healthy and very beneficial. Also, I wanted to mention there are two different ways of keeping your sourdough. A lot of people will keep their sourdough in the fridge, and others will keep it in room temperature. If you're keeping it in room temperature, you're going to use it more often. If you keep it in the fridge, you're going to use it less often. I am a little different. I keep mine out, but I have a very cold kitchen, so I'm eating somewhere in the middle between the two. My sourdough does not take as long or as quickly to grow, to mature, because my kitchen is so cold. It's not freezing, guys. It's obviously not a refrigerator, but it's not room temperature. And so since my kitchen is cooler, it grows and matures slower, but not as slow as a fridge. It's faster than keeping it in the refrigerator, but not as fast as a room temperature kitchen. So I just kind of wanted to mention that. That can, have a lot to do with how your sourdough, how fast you need, or how often you need to use it. I use it only about once a week, and if I'm not going to use it that week, I just kind of take discard out, which I will in future videos discuss later, but take discard out and feed it and let it grow and just to keep up with it. But I do try to make bread once a week, or use it once a week, make pancakes, do whatever with it. And so that's one way to keep it healthy, so just wanted to mention that. All right, so the next thing is, why is it beneficial? How's it beneficial? Why do people say that sourdough is better for you? Well, for one, it creates a good bacteria. There are two types of bacteria. There's bad bacteria and there's good bacteria. And the sourdough has good bacteria. So when you put that in your system, it helps your body and doesn't tear it down. Sourdough has many benefits as far as the bacteria. It's just really good for you. And it also, another thing that it can help with health-wise is if you're intolerant to gluten, if you're celiac, I wouldn't recommend sourdough at all unless you do a gluten-free sourdough. But essentially it will help kind of take the gluten away in a way. I don't know, I don't remember the exact science about why it takes some of the gluten, the bad stuff that hurts your body or makes you feel sick. I don't really know the precise reason why it does that, but for some reason, the sourdough, the fermenting process, takes away some of that harmful gluten that can really harm our bodies or make us feel sick. And so that's another benefit. I will try and link in the description below somewhere where you guys can go online and see the scientific reasons why it kind of helps with people who have a gluten intolerance. So I tend to have a tiny gluten intolerance, just enough that it kind of gives me a stomachache if I eat too much. But I don't have enough of it to be celiac or stay away from it. So sourdough kind of helps just with, I can eat it and it doesn't give me a stomachache. And it's not super heavy and hard on my stomach or on whatever. And so it's just beneficial for your health. All those good cultures from fermenting for all that time just really help your body. It gives you, it just gives you a lot of benefits. And so I will try, like I said, link in the description below some of the scientific reasons why sourdough is good for you. But those are the two main reasons that I come up with. There's in-depth reasons, like I said, biologically and scientifically, but I don't have those in my brain right now. So that's my simplified version. It's good for you. So sourdough is also easier to digest. Sourdough bread, because of the fermentation process, don't ask me the scientific reason why exactly, but it somehow helps your body break it down. It's healthier and easier for your body to break things down. And that's another reason why it's a better bread to eat. It's not as hard for your system, for your digestive tract, to break it down and, and dissolve it. It's just easier for your digestive tract to handle, to be able to break down and put it and take the nutrients out of it and put that through your body. So it's just another reason why sourdough is so good and so helpful for our health. Okay, and now, why do I use it? Why do I want to use it? Well, the simple reason is that I really love the taste. And when I was talking about the benefits of sourdough, I mentioned that it tasted really good and I like the taste. Well, that's a good reason right there why I do it. Why I love sourdough so much is because it tastes so good and it's healthy. I don't feel guilty every time I eat sourdough bread. I feel more lively, I have more energy, it doesn't slow me down. Another thing with the benefits kind of goes alongside it is that it doesn't make you super tired. I find that high yeast, high gluten and high sugary breads really make us tired and worn out. And so this doesn't as much. If you eat too much of anything, it'll probably make you sick, but just be moderate about what you eat. And so yeah, those are the reasons why it's just healthier for me and my family, and so that's a good reason right there why I do it. I also am very old-fashioned in the way I think, and so I like to make things from scratch. And so this is just another way of providing for my family, saving us money, not buying yeast at the store, and it really does save you money. You still have to feed it, but all in all, I mean, it doesn't save a ton of money, but it does save you money. And so I really like having this, and it's kind of a fun art. As you go along, it can also be a hobby. I would definitely say that that's one of my hobbies, is just sourdough bread making, or sourdough pancakes, sourdough muffins, whatever. You can make pretty much anything with this stuff. And so that's pretty much why I like sourdough, why I use it, why I do it. It's definitely old-fashioned. People have been doing this for hundreds of years, probably thousands too, I don't know, anyway, definitely hundreds, and it's been, yeah, it's been a fun thing for me to do. Also wanted to note that it is at least, I think it's a 12-year-old sourdough. My mom started it when I was, before I became a teenager. I think it was when my twin sisters were born, which was they're 12, but it could have been before that. So anywhere from like 12 to 13 years. This is about 12 to 13-year-old sourdough. And it's actually my mom's and my aunt's. My aunt gave this to me after she had taken some sourdough from my mom. So the other cool thing about sourdough is you can share it with others and they can grow their own. So instead of starting your own sourdough from scratch, you can also ask a friend or buy a already fermented sourdough that you don't have to wait to start or wait to use. Anyway, so that's another cool thing about sourdough is you don't have to make it from scratch. You can if you want to. You just borrow some of someone else's sourdough or buy it from someone, and you can make your own sourdough from that. So it's just starter you can share with friends and family, and you can sell it. It's very cool. It's a very self-sufficient little thing. But so yeah, it's a 12-year-old-ish sourdough starter, so it's old, well-established sourdough starter. And so it's been around for a while and it knows what it's doing, and I have left it hanging quite a few times, unfortunately. But yeah, that's essentially what sourdough is, guys. That's the introduction to it. It's super easy once you get the hang of it. I'll be sharing more videos about how to feed it, maintain it, cook with it, bake with it, you name it. I'm going to be talking about all things sourdough for these coming months, weeks, whatever it turns into, but there will be more content about sourdough soon enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was insightful. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to answer them the best I can. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing to my channel for more content like this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!